What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconerizonechannel Zone for another daily news video on this Sunday. 2-3 days after the Napoli disaster, embarrassing game, we're gonna talk about something we talked about a few times over the last few months and before the channel, maybe on social media for years. But before we get into it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel as always, and hit that bell notification. Before I go into the news, really quickly, if you, I don't need to say it, but if you don't like what we say on this channel, then don't watch. Like, nobody's forcing you. Like, I see a lot of people commenting that we are too negative, and that they're gonna stop watching. Then the following video, they're back in the comments, making a mess out of it. If you don't like it, just skip it. If you think we are wrong, good. Live your life. Keep believing that we are going into a fine direction. That losing 5-1 for a club of our magnitude is normal. Then that's good to you. Like, that's up to you. I'll say keep believing it. Do what you need to do. But we're gonna talk about Savic because that's back in the news. If it ever left, because I have the feeling that news is just out there and it sticks out there for months. It never goes away. But it's from Giovanni Albanese. I know a lot of people do rate him highly. Me, not so much. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna talk about it because that news, like I said, it's never going away. It's always there. So I think we need to talk about it. So he said, Savic has made up his mind. No renewal with Lazio. His contract expires in June 24, but Juve already thinking about the Serbian midfielder for this summer. Now, I think we talked about it last week, and then all the reports basically made it kind of obvious that he is not looking to sign a new deal with Lazio, and I think like this is his last moment. Like, he needs to leave. If he wants to leave, it's now or never, because I don't think in 24 he will get the big move he wants. I think personally. So I think it's now or never. And yeah, like, the news is very consistent with the Lazio thing. Actually, Lazio based papers, or Rome based papers, whatever you want to say, they are they're all pushing the. He doesn't really want to say. He's pushing to leave. He wants out and all those things. So it's kind of, how do you want to say that? It's a weird situation because we've been looking at him for years now. Every summer, the same story over and over again. Every month, we're in for him. We're gonna sign him. We make an offer. Lazio 100 mil and all those things. Now, the question is now, do we spend so much money on Savic? Because even if he's out of contract in 24, I still believe that Lazio, Lotito, will demand something close to a 60 million euro package. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money because you need to think about all the players we're going to need to replace, the players we're going to walk for free, the players who we're not going to redeem, players coming back, but we're probably going to send out one more time, Arthur Zakaria, depending on the coach, of course, but I do believe they both will not stay at the club. And maybe looking to move on players that are actually not good and you want to move on. Like a McKennie, like a Rugani, maybe like a Bonucci. I don't know. There's talk about Chesney because of wages, all those things. So 60 million euros, it's a lot. Like, usually I would say, yeah, do it. But I don't have a good, I don't want to say that, good feel about what we can spend. Also because we don't have a board officially at the moment. We don't know what the investigations are going to do. Like, it's all just guessing at this point. It's a weird situation. But 60 mil, I do believe that's what Lazio's going to demand. And that's going to be a lot to come up with, And it's a big investment for a team that still isn't rebuilt and still needs so much. Now, I'm going to, move on to the next story because it's linked, but I'll come back to Savic. It's from Gazzetta dello Sport, saying Quadrado, Sandro will leave at the end of the season. Paredes will return to PSG. Rabiot and McKennie are also expected to leave. So a lot of players are going to leave. You're going to lose three midfielders at this point, you know. One starting, if you want, yeah, McKennie is also starting, but you know what I mean, and Paredes. So you're going to need to replace them anyway. Maybe Rovella comes back, but then you need to keep in mind that you have a young Fagioli, a young Miretti, also a quite young Rovella, who maybe you don't know if he's gonna be good enough, you know, for this level, for what we want, all those things. You're not sure. A Pogba who's injury prone, and Locatelli who hasn't been firing on all cylinders. So you will have five midfielders, but is there one of those midfielders you're looking at and you're like, 100% he is gonna make a difference. He's very experienced. He knows what to do. You will plug him in, and he will do a job. You might say Pogba, but you don't know when he's gonna be on the pitch. So, in that regard, maybe you should be spending the money on Savic, because I do believe you need some experience. You cannot just go all young, because that's not gonna work really soon. I think we need someone in this team, especially in midfield. So maybe 60 mil is what we need to do. But keep in mind, all these players we're going to lose are going to walk on a free besides McKennie. That you need to keep in mind. You know, that's the reality of our situation at the moment. So it's not that you are going to lose those players and a lot of money is going to come in. That's not the case. Money will come in if you make sales. And who are you going to sell? McKennie? Yeah, he will bring you in some few money. But who else? Like, it's a very weird situation, to be honest. I saw somebody in the comments a few days ago talking about Cambiasso coming back. I hope not, because I don't think he's good. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest. I never understood the signing, because I don't get it. Every time I look at him, and he's not playing at the moment, but every time I watch him play, I'm just not impressed at all, and I don't see starting player for Juventus competing for titles. He doesn't scream that, just purely on his talent. Like, I don't know, but he's not ready anyway. Like, he's just not ready for it at this moment in time. So I don't think he's even coming back. I still think it's a weird signing we did, a very strange one. But I don't believe he's coming back. So you're gonna need to spend in that position anyway. Is it a free agent? I don't know. Is it Grimaldo? Are you bringing in a Grimaldo type? Are you gonna go cheap with Fresneda? I have no idea. But I think you need to spend for a starting left and right back. 100% sure. But that midfield, like you said, like you can see here, like, players are gonna walk. Like, three midfielders are gonna walk. They're just gone. Besides McKennie, you're gonna sell them. But three players are out. So you need to bring quality. Like, we need quality. I don't think we need quantity, because if you bring back, Rovella, you have Rovella, Fagioli, Miretti, who I do think can become quality. But for now, in the bigger picture, do I think they're 100% ready to compete and go for the big things, you know, the big titles and all those things? I'm not 100% sure. But it means you have quantity, you have all these players, you have them all, but I think we need to add quality. Same goes for, went for a few years ago for the backline. Now the backline, you have De Sciglio, you have Alexandro, you have Quadrado playing there, Rugani, Gatti, Bonucci, Danilo. It sounds a lot, quantity, but quality-wise, it's not all that. So I think we need to fix something about that this summer, which is going to be very, very difficult for obvious reasons. But I'm going to wrap it up here. But let me know in the comments, because I do know a lot of people don't want Savic anymore because of the price. And I cannot say you're wrong, or like I don't completely agree with you, because I do. It's still early to make up your mind. But, you know, I think if you want to have quality, you're going to need to spend close to that amount. Unless you find some gems here and there, cheap deals. But I don't think we are notoriously good at that, especially as of lately. So I don't know, but let me know in the comments what you think. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you back tomorrow. Ciao, guys.